your vibe, it be different. Can shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You finding, you'll find in the sky. We gon' ride the ecliptic like a Mercury transit.
Peace, y'all. Say what's Card Astrology, and I'm here to give you your daily astrology guidance for Thursday, September 22nd, 2022. And I want to remind everybody to like, comment, and subscribe so we can grow this channel, become one of the top astrology channels on YouTube. Because, you know, we give it to you raw, we give it to you real. You know, that's what we do. That's why we here. Help guide, help give people some type of, you know, guidance, you know. That's what we're here to do. Just trying to elevate the vibration out here and just give some perspective in a way that you're not going to find anywhere else on YouTube. So let's pop right into this here. My fault. Boom. All right. So we have the moon getting ready to finish its transit through Leo. Running this for midday, right around noon Eastern Standard Time. So, I mean, it is making a semi-sextile to Venus here. And I mean, that is going to enhance our, you know, ability to want to be loved, or at least look for love or feel some type of love from a relationship. Definitely want to enjoy some good, like some quality time with, you know, significant other, things like that. But we still have Venus that's opposed. That's opposed Neptune here. Can't draw, but it's okay. And we got to make sure that, you know, we're not trying to, you know, create this scenario, this movie, this false story about some type of love relationship or where we're going or what we're trying to create in life right now. I mean, Venus is making a trine still with Uranus here. Shishamanga. So we can see, you know, things pop out of nowhere, you know, love interests pop out of nowhere, opportunities come out of nowhere while this is happening. But I think the main topics of interest is we're seeing Mercury, you know, at 0 degrees Libra. And, you know, this is where Mercury can really bring us to this place where we have to, you know, put that final word out there with these, you know, relationship aspects that have been coming up. It is on more of a, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a trine with Pluto right there. We could say that the sun is trining Pluto right now. Geez, I can't circle anything. But we'll count it. And Mercury is moving towards the sun. I mean, it's pretty much conjunct the sun at this point, because by the end of the day, it will pretty much be in the same exact spot, and the sun will hit where Mercury is. So they're going to flip. We're going to see Mercury and the sun flip by tomorrow. So, there will be this change of what our soul wants and what our mind wants. Our minds are still focused on other people, relationships, partnerships, connections. And our soul is still kind of going through this cleansing phase. And then we're going to see our soul go, where the sun is in detriment, and where we're kind of getting attached to other people, maybe, a little more than we would want to, especially at these first degrees here of Libra. But then Mercury will regress into Virgo, and it will have us, kind of, I would say, with Mercury retrograde, this is us going back and kind of cleaning out the things in the back of our mind, that we, maybe have left for dead or just kind of moved on from. A lot of stuff will definitely come up, especially things that we haven't fully harvested yet, right? This is Virgo where we harvest. This is Virgo where we put, that last hard work in to get what we're trying to create. So, some past projects could come up that, pop up into our minds that we really, probably would want to finish. And it would still be a good time to finish it, even with Mercury in retrograde, because odds are these are things that were prior to this Mercury retrograde. And then, we still have Mars. I can't draw anything right now. Mars trine Saturn, while Saturn is still getting ready for this exact square to Uranus. So, definitely some effort still having to take action. And it all has to be based on absolute fact right now, especially with Mars in shadow. That is a big deal, right? We can't go based off of some premise or some type of belief, or, a dream made you think your, significant others cheating or some crazy stuff like that. It all has to be, based in the facts. Like, you found the videos of them in the bed together. The girl hit you up and said, hey, he was here last night or whatever. Just an example, right? All in all, really just a day of, recommunication, but being selective with that. People, past relationships will absolutely pop up, and, it doesn't serve anything to move backwards, unless there's some type of soul contract that might need to be completed here. But you would have to know that factually, right, with this Mars. It can't be like, oh, well, maybe there is, or I feel, dream and it's something that you conjure up in your head, like, no, it's got to be like, no, there's absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, a contract between me and this person that has not been fulfilled, and we can communicate at the least. I wouldn't say make any major moves or big decisions during this time. Especially while, Jupiter is semi-square Saturn here. This is like where, our beliefs can kind of can lead us to a hard path. And we don't want to get caught up in these egoic beliefs that are not necessarily, necessary for this time. We want everything to be very factual, very harvestable, which probably isn't a word, but I made it up. And not based in ego, right? We have Chiron, quincunx the node, that south node, and semi-sextile and it's exact, right? So yeah, these the things that are going to heal us are going to be based in our highest value, or the things that we've been working on creating, that we're going through those processes. Very big deal. While this is the most karmic time, one of the most karmic times, especially once we get into eclipse season here, will be another very karmic time. So we have to remain focused on the things of value that we came here to create right now, that we've been working on creating. Not necessarily new things that we might want to work on yet. We definitely want to keep those in the background of our mind, and start to initialize that after all of this, when we see Mercury go direct again and all of that happen. This is still really the more minute details, improvements, things like that, right, of what we've already established on our foundation. And getting caught up otherwise could throw everything completely off. And we don't want to get too far off of the path. We don't want to stray from the path at all right now, really. I mean, it's what we choose to create, and what we stay on that beaten path of creating, that will elevate us in the long term, and even in the short term right now. That's what's going to get us through every day, is really working on the fine-tune adjustments. It's like building an engine, right? Trying to build like a hot rod, right? It's like, well, you could put the whole frame together, you could, get all the seats in there, get all the interior, and then now you're working on the engine. And it's like, you could drop an engine in there and just go. Or you could fine-tune it to be, the one that's going to burn everybody on the fucking on the drag strip, right? Or you can just go get whatever from the pick and pull, or what, wherever, or order one on eBay and then drop it in there and go. But is it really, do you know it well? Do you understand it? Is everything intact? Can there be improvements, right? What's the purpose of you building the hot rod? Is it just to say you built it? Is it to win some races? It's all those things we have to consider. And what can we improve on it? Like, what can we actually, like, does it look exactly how we want it to look? Should we get new mirrors? Should we, you know, put a dope paint job on it? Like, you know, it's going to be the fine-tooth details that really help us succeed and exceed, you know, expectation, and really help us elevate beyond, you know, where we're currently at, especially like most of us, if we're not completely, you know, where we want to be or where we see ourselves right now. So let's see what the cards have for today. So we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I think this is where, you know, we can't get caught up on what we don't have, what we haven't been able to completely manifest right now. You know, this is where we kind of can get caught up on, like, oh, you know, I really wanted this specific thing, or, you know, not, you know, we need to be grateful. We need to be grateful for where we are now, that we're alive and breathing. We have the capability to do whatever it is we are trying to do in life, even if it's hard, even if it's, we feel like there's obstacles or we're not fully there yet. You know, this is where we express that gratitude, and we remind ourselves that we need to be grateful for whatever we have and wherever we're at in life, because we are the product of the choices that we made prior to this, and we are exactly where God and the universe wants us to be in order to continue on that stair step of life right now. So I hope that helped. And until next time, one love.
Cause your vibe it be different, and shine in your eyes what I'm missing. Your body Ferrari, but your mind is my interest. You find in the sky, we gon' ride the eclipse like a Mercury transit.